I think the defensive options in this game are really strong. Like, a retreating guard is busted. Retreating guard is incredibly powerful. Push blocking is really strong. Parry is really strong. The main defensive mechanic you use is called retreating guard. It's just block and then I do dash. So you see I'm doing light and medium together there. I can just hit my dash macro as well. And you see how it pulls me away from my opponent, right? If I don't do anything, my opponent can stick to me pretty easily. But if I just do this retreating guard, I'm out of there pretty quick. The weakness of retreating guard, if my opponent is doing a string that has a low in it, like this, and I retreating guard when they're doing it, my retreating guard will get hit by lows. And a lot of characters can just use their lows and then get combos off of them and kill you, right? So this is how retreating guard loses, and it's like what you want to use against it. And that costs you no resource. The other thing you can do is push blocking, just forward plus dash. This costs 1 meter. This is also very strong because it immediately gets people off you. It's especially useful when you are in the corner. Like when you're blocking stuff in the corner, push blocking is really nice. With a situation like this, you know. And now I'm out of the corner. So this allows you to escape a little bit easier. The other thing that you want to do on defense is parry. Someone's doing these charged heavy attacks and stuff. These moves are parryable on reaction. So you just let your opponent do it and you parry. And you get a full combo. You can immediately act after you parry. So like, I parry, I can run, I can jump, I can swing, I can do whatever I want to do. It's back, light, and heavy. This also costs 1 meter, but you get the meter back if it hits. So as long as you parry correctly, it costs you no resource. And the nice thing is if you're holding back and you try to parry and you're too late, you just block. But there's a lot of moves in this game that have pretty easy punishes if you're used to parrying them. If you block and then parry that projectile, you can just anti-air her with like a medium button. And then she's just kind of, you know, if you're a Braum and he's doing this move is safe on block. But if I just see that he's doing this move from far away and I parry it, it's punishable. There's so many things in this game that are like that are parryable. This follow-up from this bleed hit is parryable. You can just see this and doing this and then parry it, right? And even if you're really far away like this, even if you're like back here, you know, you can dash in and get a punish. Yeah. But Echo, this move is really cheap, right? Like it crosses you up on the last hit. Like I'm trying to block it and then it goes to the other side and it hits me. So you block the first 2 hits and then you input parry. You don't even have to hit cross up. You just parry the original direction. I'm holding down back and then I parry the original direction I'm blocking and then it just parries it. There's lots of stuff like this in the game that you would think are like really, really, really hard to deal with, and it is. But you know, the minute you start to learn things like this, you can do lots of cool responses to situations like this, and suddenly he's just dead for trying to do that move. The only thing about parry is you do need 1 meter, and if you whiff it, it costs you a bar, and that bar does not come back. If you successfully parry, you get the meter refunded. So as another example, right, let's say like Echo is trying to run away and throw projectiles at you. You can do things like dash and do this, same kind of idea. You can parry this. You can also parry their assist. And what it does is it blows back the point character. It doesn't let you like get a full combo off of like parrying an assist. I think in the very first version of the game I played, you parried an assist and that happened. If I remember correctly, like I think it was messed up and they changed it. So like this Sonic lock setup that everybody's doing is a good setup, but or you could just change the setup and at the end of the setup, you could just do this and then teleport late like that to make it a fake cross up. It's not like it's like completely uninteractable for him. You can also just do this and just like beat the parry like that. So it just depends on what you want to do.